Okay guys, so let's take a quick look at that last problem. So here we are, this is the problem as it was set up on the board. The first thing to notice is actually black stone at B19. This is clearly wrong, and actually it was Skywalker7, it was Ash Sharma, one of our group. He sent me a message this week saying a penny's just dropped for him, which is that the best point to attack a group is the same point that he needs to defend a group at. And I'm ashamed it's taken me so long, but actually it's a critical insight, is that the point at which you need to defend your group is the point at which your opponent is going to attack, and vice versa. So if black at the start of this had played there at B18, then the corner's unconditionally live. Notice it's the point of symmetry for that shape, and black now has 2 or more eyes. There's no problem at all. But in the problem, and problems are there to make us think creatively, because none of us are perfect Go players and we make mistakes all the time, about what we can do about those mistakes. So after black plays at the that point, white comes in at the attack point, which is that same self point of symmetry and the point that black should have played at, as a kind of chance, say, can I do something in this shape? So what are our options? Well, let's just go through. Ben, who responded to this problem, said, well, what about if black plays at C18 like this, and then if white plays at B17, black plays here, and now white can't play at either at A17 or C17 without self-Atari. And he's quite right, that's quite correct. But it's not a good idea to consider that our opponents will be as so compliant and falling with our plans so nicely, because white is also trying to do the best in this situation. So if we go back that one, the other alternative, of course, is that if white plays here after C18, after black has played this stone here, black can do the same thing. Black can attach here, and now the corner's alive. White's dead. There's nothing going on there for white. White can't play at either A18, A19 or A17 without self-Atari, and so is black out of the hole. But as I've said, our opponents rarely fall in with our plans so nicely. So after black plays that, what about if white plays here? Now the situation is much more tricky, because if black plays here to Atari the stones, it's a self-Atari, and white will kill in that space there. If black clearly can't Atari here, because now it becomes a ko in the corner, and a ko would be a bad outcome, and still white has got the throw-in at here to kill the whole of that black wall. So that doesn't work either. In fact, black has got to do something about this shape, because if black doesn't do something about the shape, then the snapback is going to happen. The snapback will just happen, and the stones die. So in actual fact, the only thing that black can do in this situation is to connect to that, because that snapback is going to happen. If black cannot Atari the white stone here in either direction, if it can't Atari that stone, the B18 stone, then white will trigger the snapbacks. But if black connects like that, then white plays here and it's Seki. So black cannot approach at B17 without a self-Atari. Black cannot approach at A19 without an Atari, and it coming back to what it is, and by that we mean this situation. So this is the situation we're looking at the board. Black Ataris, white takes, black Ataris, and we're back into the same situation. It's an ever repeating situation. So this is Seki. So this is a bad outcome. Black's lost all the points in the corner. They are alive with mutual life, but it's not a great outcome for black, and it's certainly not the outcome we're looking for. So what are we looking for? We're looking for an answer for black that will enable black to get a grip of the board and make a different move. So clearly we've just learned that this move doesn't work. So when we're thinking about problems, and actually when we're thinking about the Go board, we're trying to kind of look at a branching tree, and the branching tree says let's go back up the branches. So we've looked at all of the options now around the C18 stone and say, well, it doesn't work. So is there another stone that will work for black? And actually the problem is exactly the same if we do this side for black. If black tries an Atari, white will throw in again, and the same situation will repeat. Now black cannot Atari here because white will take, exactly as it was before, and nor can black Atari from here because of this. And this is the power of that stone at the centre of symmetry. It's this stone here that's causing all of the damage. So all the black, and black's about to get killed and Atari'd, so if black connects here to make this all go away, then white connects here, and now again there's nothing black can do. Black is in Atari at the lower side here, so black connects and then white will kill. This will be a disaster. So this isn't an option for black. And when we say this, going back to here, this Atari on the inside simply isn't an option for black, this move. So that doesn't leave us much left as black, does it? There's not much left, so let's go. So what is the answer for black? Well, the answer for black is the clamp. And let's look at that clamp. So now white has got two liberties, and black's next move at either A18 or C18 will Atari the stone. So what happens if white plays here? Well, then black comes underneath. And now white doesn't have a move. If white plays at C19, black will kill the stones because the black stones have got two liberties, and if white plays at C16, black will kill the stones, just like this. And so the answer to our problem is black to play and live is B17. Thanks guys, see you soon, bye for now.